Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Morning.
Most of you know me. For those who do not know me, I'm Manuchehr Shahrokhi. I'm a professor of finance at California State University, Fresno, founder of the Global Finance Conference. It's great pleasure and honor for me to welcome you to our 23rd Global Finance Conference, and also to California State University, Fresno, and also Fresno. As soon as I'm done in 3 minutes, I will introduce our president is going to welcome you, but I want you to join me in thanking our president, Dr. Joseph Castro, right to my left. And also right to his left is Professor Robert Harper, Dean of our School of Business. And right to his left is Dr. Casey Chen, Department Chair of Department of Finance. On behalf of our university and the Global Finance Association, I'd like to welcome every single one of you. I wanted to welcome our distinguished Nobel laureate, Professor Kidlin, sitting right in here. You will hear from him at luncheon. There are a great number of people of distinction, besides being, of course, accomplished scholars. Dean Chen just arrived from China. Professor Chen, she's the Dean of Zhejiang University in Hangzhou, China. She is a senator at national level, and her picture is stamped in China. Very influential lady in China. And she bosses people around when you are in China. I wanted you to know that a little about Fresno. Fresno County and metropolitan area is a little over 1 million population. A lot of people, including my close friends, thought Fresno is a city of 22,000 population. Fresno metropolitan is 1 million or more. And the county of Fresno, city of Fresno is the centerpiece of the county of Fresno. 16 cities are within the county. And Fresno County is the food and fruit basket of the world. We export food and fruit from Fresno County more than the state of Texas, Louisiana, and Oklahoma combined. I wanted you to know that if you ever wanted something about food, fruit, you are in the heart of it, Fresno, California. And I have a bunch of great friends from Florida here, and they boast to me that Florida is the Sunshine State. I want you to know that Fresno, city of Fresno, county of Fresno, out of 365 days, 316 days of sunshine. 26 days above 100. But it's dry heat, unlike Florida, with mosquitoes and all these other things they have. We are the best place on earth. And of course, I'm going to welcome my president. He's going to basically welcome you and tell you about the university. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Shahrokhi. Really proud to be here with all of you. Welcome to Fresno. Welcome to Fresno State. Our campus is just across the street. We've been around about 105 years, so one of the older universities in California, and we're honored to have this conference, the Global Finance Conference, return to Fresno. And you've certainly been to lots of great places. I noticed Hangzhou, one of the very beautiful cities in China, and I see you're planning to go to New York and Australia in the future. But Fresno's the best of all those, is that right?
Absolutely.
We love the fact that this conference is global in its reach, and pleased to have it here in Fresno. Our university has about 24,000 students, and I know several of them are here. For our students, can you raise your hand? Terrific. Welcome, welcome. And we're proud to have our students here. We recruit about 80% of our students from this San Joaquin Valley region, and about 72% of them are the first in their families to go to college. So we're a place of opportunity, certainly academic excellence that helps to prepare the next generation of leaders. And we work hard every day to help them to succeed. And I have met a few who are getting ready to graduate, and that's one of the best times of the year for us, is to see our students from the Craig School and all across the campus graduate and get prepared for wonderful careers. And it's really important to us that we provide professional development like this conference for our faculty and for our students. And I think that the work that you're doing together to advance our knowledge, education, and research in global finance is critically important. And I want to offer a special welcome to our Nobel laureate, and he was lamenting the fact that living in Santa Barbara is just okay, right? A little too sunny.
Not enough thunder showers.
Not enough thunder showers.
Not enough snow.
Yeah, well, we've got mountains nearby. You're always welcome to be in Fresno.
Sounds way better.
Well, we're happy that you're here, and if you have the time to visit Yosemite National Park, it's certainly one of the most beautiful places in the world. You know, through your collaborative efforts here at this conference, I know there's going to be a valuable debate and exchange of ideas as you seek to advance the education, learning, and practice of global financial economics. And it's certainly timely given the developments that are occurring across the world. I want to recognize Professor Manuchehr Shahrokhi for his leadership of this conference since 1994, our Dean Harper for providing leadership for our very excellent Craig School of Business, and Dr. Chen as well for your leadership as our department chair. We're grateful to have such a strong team in our Craig School of Business, and one of our strongest schools at Fresno State. You know, I learned today that 30 of our executive MBA students just left, is that right? Went to Beijing and to Hong Kong, and we're encouraging more and more of our students to study abroad. And that's particularly important to us given the backgrounds of our students. Many of them have not had the opportunity to leave this region. They're extraordinarily intelligent, and we want to open up avenues of opportunity for them to learn from folks like you here at Fresno, but also all across the world. And I believe about 250 students from the Craig School are studying abroad this year. So we're going to continue to encourage that across our campus. I hope that during your visit to Fresno State, you'll learn about and maybe even visit our stock trading room that Dr. Chen has been leading with our students, and they manage a portion of the university's funding. It's called the Student Managed Investment Fund. And I have to tell you, I was at the last Foundation Board of Governors meeting, and you and your students, Dr. Chen, outperformed the Goldman Sachs portfolio again. And I just want to commend you for doing that. And our members are saying, well, maybe we ought to shift more funding to you and your team. And I think it's a wonderful opportunity for our students and faculty to work together. And I think we have a big announcement later today with the funding partners, is that right? So that's just terrific news, and just another example of the great opportunities that are taking place here. I just wanted to end by saying that we're just so pleased that you're here. We're excited about the future at Fresno State. We've been growing rapidly. Our students are achieving at the highest levels in our history. Our graduation rate has been lifting fast, and we're setting it to even higher levels so that all of our students can go out and become professors and business leaders in the case of the Craig School, and in the case of other schools and colleges can go out and be leaders in their different professions. So I think the future is very bright here in Fresno and across the valley, and I welcome you again for being here, and I hope that you have a very productive conference. Thank you so much.
You will hear from our provost at luncheon, and of course, when also at that same time, Professor Kidland is going to honor us with the keynote address. And then dinner reception, you're going to hear from our dean. So the way I structured it is I wanted to start with our top person, president, moving down to provost for lunch, moving down to dean for dinner, and moving down probably for breakfast, Chen, and probably moving to, taking you to Yosemite Park by myself. In that kind of order. Just want you to know that we had 152 submissions, paper, and 112 were accepted. And about 90 people essentially have indicated they're coming or registered. Unfortunately, at least 14 people had still waiting for getting visa to come to the U.S. And I wanted, as you know, that bringing them to home and bringing them to U.S. is a great thing, but visa is a major, major issue for a lot of people. They have to apply 6 months ahead of time, and they don't even know they have funding to get it. And I just want you to know that I'm honored to be basically part of this organization, and I consider all of you guys as my cronies. And so welcome again to Fresno and California State University Fresno, and of course Craig School of Business. We're going to have, do you want to say something? What? Okay.
So as Dr. Shahrokhi mentioned, I'm speaking this evening, so this is off the cuff. So. But Dr. Castro shared a little bit about the university, so I'll add a little bit about the Craig School of Business. Of the 24,000 students, about 3,000 are either business or economics majors, and by far the majority of those are our undergraduate students, about 2,800. So we would have close to 200 or so MBA students, which is the only graduate degree we offer. And a portion of that MBA is the executive MBA with Saturday-only classes, and that's the cohort that has a required international trip. And as Dr. Castro mentioned, the current cohort of executive MBAs are in their second week right now of their 2-week trip to both Beijing and Hong Kong. And that's where we've been taking the MBA students. Certainly international experiences are important to our school and the university, and welcoming international students to our campus, as well as sending our students abroad, is a big part of our goal. We have roughly about 150 students that would come to us every year to spend a semester through various partner universities from all over the world. They come, they stay for a semester. We integrate them into our classes rather than have separate classes for them, because we want them to be a part of the regular traditional classes, so that both get the experiences of cultural differences between both our students and the international students. And then we send about 250 undergraduate students abroad, mostly in the summer with a short-term exchange program. So this summer we'll have over 100 students that will go and spend a 2-week experience in Barcelona, and another 100 plus that are going to Sydney. So that's our destinations for this coming summer. Educational experiences are a big part of our program, and so we place 200 to 300 interns a year, so about 1 in every 3 students graduates having an internship experience. In addition to the study abroad, Service learning is a big part of the experience. So this is where our students would spend some time with a nonprofit to provide not only volunteer service, but also a learning experience for them in the service side of things. And all our core marketing class requires that the students spend at least 15 hours of service learning in a nonprofit as part of that course requirement. So in short, getting engaged type active experiences outside of the classroom enhances the learning experience in the classroom, and it's a big part of what we're all about. I'll share more this evening, but I'm glad to be able to make a few comments now. And I'd welcome, when I'm walking around, any kind of questions that you might have. Thank you.
I think I wanted to also emphasize that our university is the first public university that has a commercial winery. Our agriculture is one of the best agricultural programs in the nation. And we are not UC Davis in terms of research, but I want you to know that experience-wise and history, we're far, far older, more experienced than UC Davis. And I welcome you to visit our farms market, which is just on the campus this afternoon and tomorrow. If we get a chance, I will probably make some kind of arrangement for you to see our campus. Right. Buy some almond and pistachios, and you know, this is the place of pistachio and almond export to the world. Grapes, raisins, and of course wines. And this for dinner, we're going to serve you nothing but Fresno State wine. And I want you to know that they are award winners. In early 1960s, that the wine department was created and winery were created. Of course, a lot of these big wineries in California that is competing with France and also the rest of the world are mostly in California, Napa Valley included, but a lot of them graduated from our program. So a couple of years back, the university decided why not commercialize it. And therefore, I know there are other universities now, they have commercial winery, but if you are carrying some carry-on with you, please check in your carry-ons and put 2-3 bottles of Fresno State wine, take it with you. And with that, we are going to have essentially end the opening session. You got welcome to have some coffee, some refreshments, and then we're going to meet again here at 10 o'clock for the session on BRICS, Brazil, and of course the rest of the BRIC nations, and we're going to talk about global economy. We started with the regional BRICS, and then at luncheon you'll hear the whole overall view of global economy from Professor Kidland. And of course, sessions, concurrent sessions are going to be in 4 rooms to my right and to my left. Waldorf 1, Waldorf 2 right behind it, Waldorf 3, Waldorf 4, 5, and 6 to my left. This room we are in is called ballroom, but it's actually Waldorf 3 and 4. It's a huge room divided, Waldorf 1 and 2, Waldorf 5 and 6, those are where concurrent session is. If you wanted to get to any of the rooms in the back, from the lobby, there's a walkway and there's a sign so that you go to your sessions. And then of course, we meet again here tomorrow for luncheon. And at luncheon, we have a keynote speaker that focuses on global trends in real estate, locally, regionally, nationally, and globally. And I hope that you leave Fresno with great experience of our hospitality and our products, meaning agricultural products. And I wanted to also say, last thing I want to tell you is we're going to have our conference next July in New York, And the following July, in 2018, we're going to go to Gold Coast in Australia. And thank you for essentially coming. A great number of you guys have been with us since 1994. I know that Edgar Ortiz and his wonderful wife, philosophers, both professors from UNAM, University of Mexico. It's a great honor to have people as old as myself to still participate. Anyhow,